it. Those of you who may not be familiar with Puffy, I'm going to make you guys familiar with. You guys know I don't bring idiots into the studio. I want to know that already. Right?
So he said on an Idiot Friday.
Yes. Even though it's Idiot Fridays, we don't bring idiots in the studio. You understand? Puffy's story is so amazing. What he's been able to accomplish in, I mean, we call it a short time, but when you speak to him, he tells you that he's been at it for a while, kind of put it aside.
Half of my life.
Half of your life. He put it aside, went back to it, put it aside until he finally got his break. But Puffy's career is really awesome because he's breaking new ground for the music. Right, he doesn't only play reggae and dancehall and soca though. Puffy plays pretty much everything, right? But he's breaking new ground for the culture in so many different territories, man. I was talking to him on WhatsApp the other day, trying to get him booked for a date, and it's like, Chin, I'm booked for the rest of the year. Like, he's all over the place. Like, what are some of the places you've been lately? I know you when we left Asia, you were still there.
Yeah, so I was fortunate enough to fit the Far East Reggae Cruise into my Asia tour segment. Every September, I tour Asia. So we left New York after the awards, did Shanghai, China. Then from there, flew to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, played Kuala Lumpur, and then we went to Singapore, and then from Singapore, Japan. And then we did the cruise, and then I came off the cruise, played in Harlem. And then
Harlem in
Japan.
Harlem in Japan.
Yeah. Shibuya, Harlem.
Yeah.
And then left Tokyo. And where did we go after Tokyo? Where was that? I can't even remember where we went after. Thailand.
I saw some footage of you ripping up clubs over there.
It could have been Thailand. Hong Kong. Sorry,
it was Hong Kong.
Yes, we went to Hong Kong after Japan, and then after Hong Kong, we went to Thailand.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I did Vegas right after that.
And yeah, because you were telling me that you have a residency in Vegas now.
Yes.
Right, which is big. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, it is an honor, man. It's history. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm not really, based on my knowledge, I'm not really familiar with any other Caribbean DJ who's been able to been blessed with that opportunity. So yeah, I've humbly accepted it. It's been 2 years now since I've been doing my residency with the Tao group. So that means I perform at Marquee Nightclub and Day Club, Omnia, Hakkasan, and Tao. And yeah, I'm there at least twice a month. So yeah, I'm contracted to do that.
Now, we usually hear about like artists getting residencies in Vegas, like
Martin
Usher
Garrix
and this person
Usher,
and that.
Yeah, 50 Cent,
yes.
Tyga, who else? Tiesto, Fisher, a lot of EDM guys, Alesso, all of those guys. But yeah, I'm in there.
You're in there, man, representing the culture, right? Because again, Puffy plays dancehall, he plays reggae, he also plays soca, and you know, in addition to other things in the space, and it's wonderful because what ends up happening is that you're introducing another set of people to our culture as well.
Yes,
you know what I mean, which is great, and you introduce us to their culture too.
You know what's so interesting about this, and I tell James this because I sometimes get so frustrated. You know, we people, you know, the Caribbean people want to show up in a super club in Las Vegas and hear soca and dancehall whole night.
Yeah.
So when they come to our show, because I mean it's foreign territory for us, you know what I mean? Like the average Caribbean person is not gonna necessarily pick up and go to Hakkasan on a Friday night or a Saturday night. But when they come, John Chin, you see they got the phones up on their forehead. Look, phone up on their forehead, play soca. And I'm like, let's just relax yourself. You are not at home right now. You know? Let's study where it is you are, fam. You want me to cut off my oons and play Marshall? Like, just hold on, man. There's a segment in my show where I do dedicate to Caribbean music. Every single show. So yes, it comes. But don't expect in the first 15 minutes of my set, you can hear me good on a full togetherness, Allison and Rupee jump and all them things. It's not going to happen, sweetheart. I'm sorry. So put down your phone, take off your Snapchat, and relax and enjoy yourself.
So do you feel like, you know, your people feel like you're selling them out more time? Is that how they...
You know what? I just think that they're so impatient and they want what they want, man. Like, we as Caribbean people have become so demanding when it comes to you know, what we expect for our dollar. You know, Caribbean people were like, I spend my money, I want this.
Right.
You know, but at the end of the day, y'all forget, like, yo, like, this is a show, this is a performance, and you have to acknowledge where you are, you know.
So do you feel like,
I do feel pressure.
Is there more
sometimes.
people, definitely the pressure has to be there. Is there more people that rate you for where you've taken the music? Or is there more people like, you know, our people, right? Talking our people now, upset with you because, you know, you're playing all genres and they can't get the full soca, the full dancehall experience from you?
I don't think holistically they're upset. I just think that sometimes at that time, you know, when they get a little liquor in the system and they want to hear what they want to hear, they want that right now.
Right. Not understanding that, you know, you can't do that.
Yeah,
based on
like I have a 2-hour set in Vegas. So just be patient, sweetheart. It's okay.
How do the other people, you know, like that's outside of the culture, how do they gravitate towards when you say playing soca or
They
the
love
dancehall?
it.
They love it.
They love it. Yeah,
So you're
because I make
introducing
it
them
a
to
big
more-
deal. You know, I say, yo, you know, we've been having a good time. As you hear in my intro, you know, I'm from Barbados. You know, I'm from the Caribbean, and I almost kind of promote it like I'm giving something away all the time. So they get really excited. I'm like, who wants to go to the Caribbean right now?
Right.
And everybody's like, yeah. I said, all right, cool. We going to this place. We going to Barbados. No, we going to Jamaica. We going to this place. And I started to call out the islands. Sometimes I will play a particular record from each island, and I would call out the island and say, yeah, right now you're in Barbados, and this is where we are. Boom, and drop a Bajan song.
And they go crazy.
Crazy, yeah. So they love it. And even like the people that work in the clubs, they're like, yo, like, you can take us to the islands tonight? And I'm like, yeah. Like, when I get there, all the bouncers, all the bartenders, they're like, yo, we going to the islands tonight, right? You can play some of that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, of course. They love it. So it's a huge difference for them.
How are you fitting in with the other DJs? Because I know that there's no Caribbean DJs there. You're the only one.
Yeah.
How are you fitting in with the other DJs that have been there, that probably have the big names? Because I know you're encountering some of the big DJs that make real money.
Yeah. I think for me, it's not even a case of fitting in. You know, I think they're kind of just accepting me as, yo, this guy is new and he's doing something new. He's in an avenue that, you know, we're not necessarily
right.
in. And they respect me for that, you know.
Because I saw a video of you yesterday with you scratching with a white guy.
Wicked. No, with a white guy.
Wicked.
It's one of the most legendary DJs to ever walk on the face of this earth.
Who was that?
So that is Scratch Bastard. Scratch
Bastard.
Yeah, he's like the DJ Jazzy Jeff of Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, understand? Just to put things in
perspective. So he's not just a white guy.
No.
He's the white guy.
Absolutely not. He was just honored as one of the greatest of all times by the DMC fraternity. So yeah, that's big deal.
And so it was a big deal for you to do that session with him, that video with him.
Yeah, I mean, he's been a long time friend. Like, we have many videos together.
Okay.
We've done many DJ sets together. But yeah, it's always a good time when we link up.
I
you know?
see where he was super impressed with what you were doing on the video. That was my first video that I saw with the two of you guys.
Oh yeah,
right?
okay.
Yeah, and you know, he did his thing, and then you did your thing, and it's kind of like you guys have stopped trying to not make the music stop playing as you go back and forth.
Yeah, it's like, we kind of just call it like a back-to-back scratch session. So,
right.
you know, we both just scratch together on the same track and then just intertwine, and it's always a good time, man.
Wicked.
Yeah, man.
Wicked, guys. If you haven't seen it, try to, you know, get
it's on Instagram. It's doing pretty well numbers-wise.
Yes, it's good. Listen, Puffy's a really big deal, guys, and I'm proud of him. He's one of us. One of the coolest people that you can meet for the level that he is now. He's touring the world. We only spoke about Asia. Where else have you been going to?
Middle East, Dubai, Qatar, Bahrain. Sometimes this is always hard to reel off because I could barely remember what we did yesterday.
The other day,
we did a Europe tour earlier this year.
The other day I was trying to get you, and I heard that you were in Dubai. It was right after Japan, and I'm like, does this guy stop traveling?
Nah, boy.
What is that like, though?
It's difficult, to be honest. Like, it's difficult. It definitely takes a toll on the body and the mental. Sometimes the mental health is be in the pits, and I just need a minute to just like reset and recoup. But yeah, I take a day or two, and then I bounce right back, you know. But yeah, it definitely is difficult, lack of sleep, or sometimes you sleeping at 35,000 feet in the air. That ain't really good for your body, man.
Right.
Like, you know.
But how are you traveling these days? Are you doing the first class, the business?
We spoke about this on the ship, but yeah, I try to have the lay flatbed as many times, especially on the long hauls.
And I want to point this out.
You need that.
I want to point this out, guys, and here's why I want to point this out. right? Because, you know, Puffy has his own requirements, right? I call them comfort requirements. Him and I spoke about this on the ship,
Yeah.
right? The things that he requires just to make him comfortable. And one of the things that he said to me is that you can't expect me to do the best job that I'm here to do if I'm not comfortable and if I'm not rested.
Yeah.
So he demands certain things. And those of you
I wouldn't say demand, I would say request.
well, request, right? Those of you who are listening to my voice now, that you guys are sound system owners and selectors, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you got to do this, right? Puffy's now flying first class, and he says that, you know, most times he wants the bed. Did you get the bed to go to Dubai? I'm just asking.
Yeah, most of the time we get the bed. Yeah.
What?
No, there were times. Hey, listen.
What?
There were times that we had to bite the bullet and
work your way up to the bed.
Yeah, you gotta work. You gotta work your way up to the bed.
Work your way up to the bed.
You can't just reach. You can't no come a road
Right.
and expect to get the bed.
Those bed seats to
Game
go.
changing.
Yeah.
Especially if you gotta perform the same day that you land.
Right.
You know that is important. So if I perform the same day or the same night, I need.
You got to get the bed.
Sometimes if I have a day or two to get what you call it, acclimated, climate, whatever the word is, then I might say, okay, I'll take the premium economy. Right. But you know, if it's same day, you want me to be rested and not in zombie mode when I reach, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
It's not cheap to go to Dubai with them beds. I'm just saying. I'm trying to show you the level of DJ Puffy right now, guys. For those of you who are just logging in, I'm speaking to Puffy. He's from Barbados. I'm going to give you guys, I know his story, but I want you guys to understand his story and appreciate that we as Caribbean people, we're doing big things. Not because you may not be familiar with it, not because he's not in the dance hall playing with Stone Love and some of the other bigger sounds, means that he's not doing, you know, major things. He's opening the doors in other ways, in some territories in which a lot of us didn't even know that the music was being played, right?
True.
He has a residency in Vegas, which is major. Call you live. Talk to Puffy this morning.
Is he based in the U.S., Puffy? You're based in the U.S.?
My house is still in Barbados, brother. How you mean?
Where you're based? No, where you live? You live in America?
He's in Barbados, he
Still
says.
in Barbados.
Oh, you live... I see they have carnival in Dubai next month with Marshall and Kess and Bean and Night Blackman. Is it West Indians living in Dubai that have that carnival?
I am not necessarily familiar with who the promoters are for that particular event, but I believe that whoever lives there they're definitely West Indian based.
A lot of West Indian. So is there, I guess what he's asking is that, is there a big West Indian population in Dubai to have a carnival there?
I believe there is. I believe there is.
Wow.
I'm not sure I'm not sure the person that I'm about to speak of is involved with this particular carnival thing, but he is the reason that I go to Dubai every single year. His name is DJ Crown Prince. Mm-hmm. He's Antiguan, and he has basically created the foundation for Caribbean music events in Dubai.
Wow.
And he has a weekend called Seasons Weekend, and that's the reason why all of us go, not just myself, but also Dr. J, the Soca Prince, you know, the Private Ryans go there, you know, Barry Hype, they all go there, all of Walshy Fire, you name it.
So there has to be a
Skinny
population
Fabulous.
there.
We've all gone because of this weekend that Crown Prince has
There has to be a
curated.
population there. The events wouldn't be keeping.
Correct. He now, sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh, yeah. He now has a series of events that weekend. So it's like, I think this year it's from November 28th to December 3rd. And if you want to look for it, just search Seasons Dubai on Instagram. All the info is there.
Crazy.
So yeah, all of us, we take our time and we go down to Dubai for this weekend for something.
And the vibes is nice.
Amazing. Different venues, different parties. One in there's a Miss Lily's in New York, right?
Yes.
There's also a Miss Lily's in Dubai.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
oh,
man.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, we go to Miss Lily's. He has his events there. There's a brunch there. There's also another big event called the Cookout. And that's like almost 2,000, 3,000 people passing through this cookout. Caribbean vibes, Caribbean flavor, Caribbean music. And, of course, yeah, man, it's just big action there.
Music is getting big. Call you live. Talk to Puffy.
Good morning, Puffy.
Morning, sir.
Yeah. So you're a young man. You know how you get started out in the business.
We're gonna get to that. I'm gonna give you his story. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's more than a phone call, but we're gonna get to that. We're definitely gonna get to that.
I have another question for DJ Puffy. Also, do you make your playlist before you go on stage, or you're just organic? Playlist.
It's a bit of both. Preparation is key depending on where it is you're going. So, for instance, if there's a stage show, if it's a massive stage show and it requires me to, be very interactive with the crowd and to work the stage, then I do have a crate where I build where it's like, okay, this is where I plan to go. But there's always room for improvisation, always room for spontaneity. Sometimes I wing it totally.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, big up yourself and continue blessings.
Enough respect, dog. Yeah, man.
Call you live. Talk to Puffy.
DJ Puffy, yeah, bless up yourself.
Yo.
Yeah, and congratulations on your Las Vegas residency. Big things, that.
Thank you, boss. Enough respect. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yes, we all know that black women are the number one most beautiful women on the planet. Since you have been to all of these countries, which woman are on second?
Which woman are on second? Man, first of all, where is we went recently that had some real nice no, you know what? I did a show in Gothenburg, Sweden. These women are not Swedish. They're actually East African mix.
Oh.
But yeah, because it was the event I was doing was mostly Afrobeats, Caribbean flavors. So it was an Afro-Caribbean type event. And let me tell you, these women look good. They're beautiful. Beautiful. So it's like, it was a really interesting East African mix type of party. And yeah, next level. But obviously, Caribbean women number one. You don't know how the thing is.
Yeah, man. I mean, all the time.
Yeah, man.
Respect with you.
All right,
718-554-8598 is that number in studio.
Interesting question.
I'm
not trying to get me in trouble there.
You might try to get you in trouble.
Don't worry.
I love celebrating us, right? And Puffy is us, guys, and he's doing really, really well. Big things. I got the opportunity to see him perform on the Far East Cruise, on our Far East Cruise. And let me tell you something. When you talk about turnover dance, mash up place, like not no regular, like what I like about Puffy's set, right, is that when he performs in our space, the energy that he performs with, it forces you to party to music that you don't even listen to. I'm being honest with you, right? And this is the gift that this gentleman has, right? So if Puffy comes into one of our diaspora settings, right? Our Caribbean settings, where there's only Caribbean people, right? When he starts to do his set and he goes in and out of genres of music, it is so electrifying that you find yourself jumping up and down to music that you wouldn't listen to on a regular day. And that's what the greatest thing about his sets are. I saw him playing some music that I know Japanese people don't listen to regularly, right? Especially those Japanese reggae crowd. But Puffy was mushing up the place same way. It's the craziest thing. You guys got to see it. Call you live. Good morning.
Good morning, Chin and Puffy.
Morning,
Chin,
boss.
I'm taking credit for this Puffy thing because when you would ask who would we like to see on Sound Chat, I was the one that tagged Puffy. I think I've been following Puffy for a little while now because I always just thought his sets were dope, and I even was looking for him on SoundCloud, and I haven't found a page.
I boycott SoundCloud. I can tell you why after this.
Yeah, definitely let us know because we want to know where we can find your music and be able to stream it like a SoundCloud or what platforms we can find you on.
Sure. So yeah, man. Well, first of all, take your flowers and thank you because he's the reason why we on Sound Chat today. You understand? So enough respect, boss.
I see somebody calling in from Bridgetown.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
A 246?
Yeah, 246.
I had to call in and beg you up, Puffy. Had to call in.
Who's this, man? Who's this?
We used to go to the same barbershop, Village Barbershop, Skrilla.
Yeah. Okay. You done know big Skrilla?
So I know you from the barbershop, right? But I know Chin Puff is one of the most humble youth that you could ever meet, boss. As you already know, and
everything is just blessings, man. You know, we here in Barbados, a lot of us probably don't know the real story, all of the traveling and thing that you do and the different countries that you hit in. And it's good to see somebody like you from Barbados getting out there, you know what I mean? Because, you know, this call is a small island.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so I'm glad that a small island, man, like you getting out there doing big things, man. Bless up yourself,
Yo,
brother.
thank you, man. Good to hear from you, man. Long time.
Yeah, bless.
Yeah, man.
Anybody that know me from Skrilla Barbershop, they go out and know me for real long. So,
Yeah, man. He's calling all the way from Barbados, man.
Wicked.
So, you boycott SoundCloud, you said?
Yeah, so long story short, SoundCloud had this thing where they were like deleting people's accounts. And like we were doing crazy numbers on SoundCloud. Not saying that, you know, like what I was doing based on their terms and conditions was with or against their terms and conditions. But long story short, they deleted my account.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, I am not putting myself in a position to be on somebody else's platform for them to delete my thing ever again. So what did I do? I moved my podcast. So you can now get my podcast on my own website. Just like how SoundChat is its own entity.
Right.
You know, I mean, yeah, we're still on the Apple Podcast and Ray. If you got an iPhone, then yeah, you just use the podcast app. You type in DJ Puffy, I'm there. But for especially most of the Android users, etc., or if you want to download the mixes, put them on a thumb drive or whatever. If you want to have the actual file, you can just go to djpuffy.com, go to the podcast segment of my website, and boom, everything is there. And it also allows me to, one, know exactly what my numbers are like, and two, connect with my audience in a greater way, because when you go on my website, we ask you to kind of subscribe to my mailing list, and then I now have like your details, right? I now have your email address, a way that I can communicate with you, update you on what's going on, send you different live sets, videos, podcasts, whatever it is that I have, and just communicate with you beyond that experience. So I'm cultivating relationships via my website and via the podcast now, via my mailing list now, to a further degree, as opposed to just having you press play on SoundCloud and that's it. You know what I mean? Like this relationship, whatever relationship with whoever is listening to my mix, it goes beyond you just pressing play and listening to what Puffy got to present in the mix. You know what I mean?
My WhatsApp,
and I take my followers, my supporters seriously.
My WhatsApp is going so crazy right now. Everybody's congratulating you on your success, and they're proud of you.
Enough respect, man.
There are people from Barbados. By the way, our show is massive. If you didn't know, I just want to show off this morning.
You don't have to say that. You don't have to say that.
Our show is massive.
You know that.
There's a lot of questions that people want to ask you, but I got somebody else on the phone, and you know, the whole consensus is that people are proud of you. They're proud that you know what I mean. They're really proud.
After the caller, I can say something.
Caller, you live.
Yo, Chin, it's Beijing Assassin. What's good?
Beijing Assassin, big up yourself.
Beijing Assassin.
Yo, let me ask Puffy a question. You're familiar with Christopher Street?
Say that again.
You're familiar with Christopher Shot It?
I'm not ringing a bell at the moment. I'm not very good with names, but hit me.
Okay, the photographer at Chris Shot It.
Yeah. Chris Street. Yeah. Chris, yeah. Chris is
that little man. That's my son.
That's your son. You know, Chris is one of our Avengers. Chris works for us all the time, you know.
I know that. That's
Chris does the after movie to my event every single year. So if you go on Instagram, you type in Hyped Bim, HYPDBIM. Every single after movie is shot and edited by Chris.
He's his father.
Yeah,
That's his
man.
Son. Yeah.
Know that.
Yeah.
So if you
I was hoping that he would have gone down the music line with me, but he's not a music man. He's more the visual.
You don't need him to go down the music line. Chris is a GOAT in his field. Let me tell you.
Wow. I mean, it's good to hear it coming from you, man. But big up yourself, man. Big up
big up Daddy Chris all the time. Big up Daddy Chris.
All right, man. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, man. Keep doing your thing, all right?
Yeah, wicked. We got down camera too. We posting this as a clip. Chris, we gonna load you up. You father calling on your radio station. You know in Barbados when you're in a party and the selector stop the music and say, Chris, your father is outside.
718-554-8598 is that number in studio. I was talking to you about everybody wanting to give you their gratitude, and you were saying you wanted to say something.
Yeah, after the three style, during the three style, it was when I really felt the love of the Caribbean. And it wasn't just Barbados for me. You literally, like, there was one period I remember I was when I came off stage, I went in the chat, the live chat for the live stream when I was at the World Finals in Chile. And I just saw all the Caribbean flags in the chat. You know what I mean? So I just want to say thank you for rallying. It's almost been 10 years since that moment, you know? And still the love is there, the love is serious, and the love is big. And it has amplified over the last 10 years. So I just want to say a heartfelt thank you to the entire Caribbean community for taking me and following me on this journey.
Guys, I'm gonna go back in time with Puffy in a second, because I know that a lot of you don't know the story and you don't know what he's referring to. So I definitely want to cover that.
Yeah.
But what I do want to ask Puffy now is, how do you navigate in this world that you're in this new world that you're in? Because a lot of our DJs from the Caribbean, they have a huge problem with just being able to function in with business, as far as because clearly you're not dealing with regular Caribbean promoters and that type of stuff that does backdoor business.
Yeah.
You're dealing with contracts and major, suit and tie people.
Yeah.
How was that navigation for you?
Well, firstly, and what's really interested is from the beginning, it was always rooted in having a global mindset and doing things correctly. So I wouldn't say that I was the first, but as a youngster coming up in Barbados, we placed a huge emphasis on doing business right. And so initially, when we first told promoters in Barbados specifically, you had to contact a manager to book Puffy. You had to send an email. You got to sign a contract. We got a lot of pushback. People were like, who you think you are? Who this little man think he is? You want me? I got to talk to a manager to book you. What you feel this is? Da-da-da-da-da. And we had to lose money, lose gigs, I guess burn bridges, maybe lose opportunities based on how you look at it, because we implemented this structure. If you playing the long game, you playing the right game, and you looking to have a global mindset, this is how you have to do business. This is the type of mentality that you have to have. Evolving from that, going on to regionally, it became more of a normal thing. People overseas say, okay, cool, no problem. The email communication was more standardized. It was more normalized. It was fine.
So it was just the Bayesian promoters that gave you the pushback?
Initially, because this is where it started, right?
Right.
I didn't just wake up and start DJing regionally and globally. So locally, we got the pushback. Then we tweaked our business based on the things that might have slipped through the cracks regionally. We tweaked our business to suit, different things. Because you learn with experience, right? Nothing is going to start perfect. So sometimes you might do things on a strength, or in business we say in good faith. You might allow things a little bit. Maybe, you accept the money when you reach, and there were times where we have been burned. We learned this through business. You reach and the promoter say, well, the dance ain't really do that good. Instead of 500, can you take a tree? And what do you do in that situation? You're far away from home. You don't know who is who, what kind of position you could find yourself in. So there were some instances where we've had some bad breaks and we've done business poorly in a sense of where the world is now, the standard of things now. And we learned. We said, okay, cool. From then on, we're not accepting no money before we step on that plane. And to where we've gravitated now, where we're doing business on a global stage, where things are a little bit more standardized. The standard is higher. The foundation has started at a higher tier. However, this is something that we spoke about in our interview. I'm not sure when you bring it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop that.
You know, but you cannot do it on your own. You know, and you never know everything. You're never in a position where you know everything. So we now work with people. We've hired people. We've grown our team internationally. We have representatives in the U.S. who are in this space, who represent the biggest of the biggest stars. We have representatives in Europe, in Asia, in the French territories, people that speak different languages that are able to now, you know, bring the business to that level and keep it on that level. So we've outsourced people who know more than us, who are bigger than us.
Right.
You know, who could then bring our brand and our business to that level.
Very, very interesting conversation, right? Puffy's saying that from day one, you know, his ambition was always to deal with it like a business from day one.
Yeah.
And even though it was against the way things were being done on the ground in Barbados, which is the way it's done in Jamaica and Antigua and everywhere else, right? He had to lose some opportunities to play the long game.
Yeah.
Now that he's playing the long game, right, within the boundaries of the long game, he's now realizing that, listen, if I want to tour Asia and I want to get, you know, the maximum exposure and be just treated as the way that I need to be treated, I'm going to have to get some Asian people on my team that speak the language of that region and have an understanding of what moves and shakes in that region. Likewise, other places in the world. It's a perfect approach, you know, for you being able to spread your wings and your brand globally. So it's not like, you know, what we do in our culture where we are Jamaican, right? And we are talk to the Japanese man, then we can barely understand them, but I just saw it go because I just saw where I do a thing, right? Puffy is basically doing business like how the quote-unquote American stars and the other stars do the business as well. In fact, he's getting the same people that represent those type of personalities and celebrities to represent him as well. Are you learning a lot?
Of course. Yes. And I've been able to implement so many things that I've learned from my respective agents and managers to my own businesses, to my other businesses.
Same.
You know, so
what is
clothing?
What is something that, if you care to share with us, what is something that was one of the most valuable lessons that you learned in your new life?
One of the most valuable lessons that I learned in my new life, especially with dealing with people on the international scale, is being quick to respond.
Wow.
You know, Caribbean people sometimes...
Soon come time.
Yeah. The faster you respond, the faster you can seal the deal, the better the business is. I'll put this on, as an example. I'm signed to an agency called Scam Artists. Scam Artists is one of the biggest DJ agencies in the U.S. They represent other artists as well. You name it. Sujit has worked with Mariah Carey, Pitbull, Lil Jon, Nick Cannon, Amber Rose, Tyga, you know, DJ Vice. So many people. If you send Sujit an email, first of all, Sujit is up at 5 a.m. every day Pacific time.
Mm-hmm.
If you send Sujit an email, there's a 90% chance he's going to respond to you within 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Sujit books gigs for me, sometimes 3 gigs in one day.
Wow.
And it's just a WhatsApp. Yo, you available on this day? Yeah. Cool, no problem. Say less. It's in my calendar. Boom. My app updates. We use a scheduling app. Boom. Confirmed. Then he will message me back 12 o'clock in the daytime. Yo, you available? If you in Boston on this day, can you fly to New York the next day? Yeah. All right, cool. Say less. Boom. Done. I have no idea what he's doing in the email and on the back end.
You just leave it up to him.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah. Because, I mean, this is part of having people on your team. You have to have a level of trust, right?
So all he needs to know is your availability. That's it.
That's it. That's it. And we have things standardized and streamlined where there's a scheduling app that we use online. All of my agents have access to this one app, and it's basically my calendar schedule. And everybody sees when somebody else books a gig, they update it so they know exactly what dates are available and where
and they
I'm
know
gonna
what
be.
regions you are
Correct.
in. Yeah.
Correct. Sometimes he would text me and be like, all right, cool. Maybe we got to research this, but can you fly from Asia and do Vegas the next day? You have a travel day in between. Is it going to work? I would go research flights. We'll see how possible it is. And then we do the scheduling to suit. And that's exactly what I did with Thailand. You know, I played in Thailand, on October, 1st? I flew out the next day on the 3rd. No, that was the week before. So that was the 26th, 27th? Yeah. I basically played Thailand the Wednesday, flew out Thursday morning, and did Vegas the Friday. And yeah, we made it work. So yeah, it's just and he was quick to respond and to schedule it, you know.
So that's your biggest lesson.
My
being
biggest
quick.
lesson is being on top of things, man. And the faster you could do things, the more respected you are in the industry.
Wow. 718-554-8598 is that number in studio. Yes, it's Full Fridays, but we're speaking some intelligent stuff this morning, right? Because Puffy's in the building. I'll get back to the jokes and the laughter in a few, but I want you guys to really just appreciate what Puffy's bringing to the table, the professionalism, the reach that he now has, right, for the culture. He's opening doors. He's representing not only Barbados, but the whole entire Caribbean. He's playing all of our music. So the soca is being played. The dancehall is being played. The reggae is being played. Like, his set is so awesome. And when people see him, they don't see him as only a Bajan. They just see him as a DJ that represents Caribbean music.
100%.
Right? And that Caribbean music, everything is in there. Call you live. Speak to Puffy.
Yo, Chin, big up.
Big up.
Puffy.
Yo, boss.
Puffy, big up, bro.
Yes, man. Respect, dog.
Chin, question, and I have to be on the spot for this, but I feel like it's a good question. With your platform, would you feel that there is a space for Puffy to be on something like World Bash? Something that you could say, okay, I would want to design something that will fit the audience.
I'm gonna try my best to get Puffy on one of our stages. Right? I don't know when, with his schedule and his timing. You heard me say that I was looking for him for dates and stuff, so you know
man.
that I've been reaching out. But
that's what made me call in.
Yeah, man. Puffy brings something. Here's the thing that I love about Puffy, and I'll say it in front of his face and behind his back, right? Despite how big he is, he's such a good human being.
Yeah, I
like,
appreciate
he's
that.
not gonna do the whole, I don't need to sit and talk to you guys because I'm on a total different level, right?
Nah, man.
Puffy is 100 times bigger than the average dancehall selector or sound system. And I'm gonna say that. He doesn't have to say that, right? Based on what he's doing, based on the people that he's affiliated with, right? Based on his potential, he's not in our realm of dancehall, right? He can dabble in it, of course, because he's Caribbean, but it's not his thing like that. He's on another level, but he doesn't shy away from just hanging out with the people who are doing what we do, the everyday stuff. So we're on the cruise with him, and he's vibing. We're talking sound system talk. He's in the middle of the conversation talking sound system talk as well.
Yo, I
right?
love that sound system talk. I love that, bro.
Yeah,
Honestly, that's one of the highlights of the cruise for me,
The talking.
Them breakfast conversations, them lunchtime conversations, you have no idea, man.
Right? So I respect him for that. And I'm saying this to say to you guys that, when you find an individual that respects the culture so much, even though they're climbing the ladder, you got to respect that. Because we got some guys in our industry that as soon as they hit, a level, you can't even talk to them anymore. They deal with you like they're artists. And they're just really DJs, or they might produce 2 songs and the songs them went on the charts. You cannot have access to them anymore, right? But Puff is somebody where he's just cool, you know what I mean? And I respect that. So yes, I would love to get Puffy on one of our events in the future. But I want to give you guys his real story so you guys can understand. But Puffy put in a sent in a mix for me. And can I tell them why you had to send in a mix?
Go ahead.
Right? So this is listen. Listen, guys. Listen, I want to tell you guys this story because
I shame, but I can't be shamed.
No, but you can't be shamed because I'm proud of you for this.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
So I called Puffy and was like, Puff, I know you're gonna be in New York. Can you stop by the office? Can we hold a vibe? He's like, hey, sure. No, not even a second thought. Let me take this call and I'm gonna tell you what the problem was. Call you live.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, Puffy.
Morning.
Big up, Puffy. Where you calling from?
UK.
UK. Big up to everybody in UK.
Yes. So I follow Puffy on YouTube. I see he's live all the time. And
thank you, boss.
Yeah, I love your scratching. I love what you do. Man, it's just amazing. I see when you got your Capleton dub plate. Do you remember that?
Yes, of course. That was my birthday.
I know, you were so excited. It was just amazing to see, man. Your face and, just love what you do.
Listen.
Love what you do, man. Respect. All the best.
Thank you so much, boss. Thank you.
So what you do, I'm still following. Yeah, go on.
Enough respect, boss. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
So let me tell you guys what the issue was, right? And then I'll get to the Puffy mix, right? So I hit Puffy and I said, Puffy, come through, no hesitation. Yeah, I'm there. What's good? Ray. So I said, Puff, instead of me only talking to you, I need you to, because people going to want to see you do what you do, right? Because that is the attraction to Puffy. He's watching him do what he does. He's like, no problem. But I remember from the conversation that we had on the ship that he requires a certain type of equipment. So I was like, yo, so what do I need to have for you?
Let me stick a pin here because I know where y'all mind going with this, and it's not what you think. So relax yourself.
Right, yes.
And don't feel that I'm boasting about the situation. So everybody relax on yourself and listen to the story before you pass judgment.
Before you pass judgment,
don't carry me in.
Right. So then now, I now think that I'm doing the right thing because I don't know the tech. I go now and I take a picture of our situation in the office that all the DJs play on, and I send it to Puffy, right? Puffy hits me back and he's like, are we gonna be on camera or are we gonna be off camera, right? And I said, you're gonna be on camera, right? And Puffy then hits me back and he says, boss, I can't play on anything on camera except for Pioneers.
Yeah.
And right away I got it. Right away I understood. I knew it wasn't no bossy thing.
Yeah, man.
I knew it was some next level.
Listen, I know some of these selectors out there, y'all feel that I didn't want to play upon the controller, but let me reach y'all and understand and explain what is that going on. And I'm glad that chance is so. All right? Because I know y'all feel that Puffy trying to be a diva and ray and ting. But nah, ain't there. So relax on yourself. It's a rain situation, and I could only use Pioneer. So relax on yourself without judgment.
But that's big, though.
Yeah.
That's a big because
contract thing, black and white thing. You don't know.
As soon as you said it to me, I got it.
Pioneer
like,
DJ, Alpha Theta.
Right.
Shout to y'all, man.
And you know why? How I got it? Because you said, "Is it going to be on camera?"
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I get it, right? So are you signed to Pioneer?
Yeah, we officially have a relationship with them. Yeah.
So all of your gigs, the promoters have to provide Pioneers for you.
Please,
right?
Thanks.
Because it's going to be on camera.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and that's a major accomplishment, no?
Of course, man.
Listen, guys, so...
This is also me telling them that I need the new CDJs because I didn't get them yet. But that shipping to Barbados is be a little tough still, so I understand. But don't worry. We can soon get it.
So is it they did send you equipment and stuff?
Yeah.
You said they send it to you?
Yeah. I think I could say this now. I had the S11 before it came out. I think we shot one of the commercials on it. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we helped design a lot of those mixers and stuff too.
And we don't really you helped to design mixers too?
Yeah, man.
Well, tell me what's that about?
Well, I mean, I can't say too much, but just sometimes they would send us ideas and we would give our feedback on it.
So you would basically tell them what is easy flow for somebody who does what you do then, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So you okay, I understand.
So if you look at the S9, and this is super DJ nerdy talk right now. If you look at the DJM S9 compared to the S11, you will realize that the load button is bigger on the S11. And that's because while I was using the S9 at the World Finals in Chile in 2016, there's a part in my routine where I was supposed to load a song, but the button was so small that I missed the button. And then I had to wait like another 4 bars or so to be able to bring in the record on time. So when they were designing the new version of the mixer, I specifically asked them, "Hey, could you make this button bigger?"
Wow.
Because, and they did.
Wow.
They did, yeah.
So you had a talk in the button size of Pioneer. Like, who
basically.
gets that? That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's really
It's a good place to
good
be.
feedback. Yeah, it's good feedback.
It's a good place
it's
to be.
positive feedback for the community.
Yes. It's a good place to be, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm getting fire emojis and people are saying, congratulations to DJ Puffy. Somebody saying, Tin, thank you so much for having Puffy in the studio. Here is somebody that says, I am a Bajan and I'm so proud to know that there's another DJ being highlighted, other than the regular Jamaican sound systems. Then he says nothing against the Jamaican sound systems, which I understand that, right? Yeah. Here is somebody from Canada that says, DJ Puffy, when are you coming to Canada?
I was just there. I just left there just yesterday. Yeah. So Bastard and I, Scratch Bastard and I, we did an after party for I think it was something called Rollin' Bowl. So it was basically like a marijuana like convention, and we did the after party for the convention. Oh,
that's dope.
Yeah.
What was that like? Like
it was just 2 of us going back and forth DJing. Yeah.
So you know what? I need to get to a Puffy mix, guys, right? And then when I get to the Puffy mix and I come back, I'll give you guys the real story because Puffy's making references to the competition, and I know some of you are really lost with that, right?
Yeah,
so I want him to really give you guys a real understanding of the competition and how what allowed him to become who he is now, right? But let me go to this mix that Puffy could not do live because we have rain in the studio and he only can perform on Pioneer. I just want to put that out there, guys.